Trillick dumping out Crossmaglen Rangers 9 points to 4. And at half-time, Crossmaglen were 4 points to 2 up. But in the second half, Crossmaglen Rangers failed to score with a forward line with the O'Neill brothers, Jamie Clark, Keane McConville. They failed to score. And Trillick, meanwhile, hit 7 points unanswered. Lee Brennan, Kieran Daly, Richie Donnelly with the most eye-catching of the scores. And they are into the semi-final, and Crossmaglen are out.
Yeah, unbelievable, really. But it's a shame, actually, that I would have expected Crossmaglen to win this game. And Trillick, the shock of the Trillick win would have probably been the main story ordinarily. But the main story is actually a feel-good story, actually, the dog on the pitch. Like, I mean...
The highlight of the first half.
You rarely see it, to be honest with you. And Aaron Cornan, nonetheless, actually, we'll talk about Aaron Cornan in a minute, but he came up to the dog and he just stopped. Like, the dog was on the pitch. Wasn't it brilliant? Like, the dog was so smart, Seamus. Like, literally, he wasn't told or anything. He just walks off the pitch or prowls off the pitch. Brilliant. Brilliant to see. And you love dogs on the pitch in a GA game. Like, we have to doom and gloom with Gaelic football, and then you see that it looked like a sheepdog on the turf, and yeah, fair play to Tyrone GA for allowing him on the pitch. It was a nice dog, and hopefully his owner he'll go to his owner sooner rather than later. But in all seriousness, brilliant result for Trillick to win this game. But let's be honest, Seamus, the dog was probably the most entertaining part. It wasn't a good game.
That's the biggest thing, is that the dog did liven up the game. There's a reason everybody's eyes went to the dog so quickly.
Exactly, the style of football, and we'll probably go on to this as further along the chat we go in previewing all the games. Football has got so dire now, and we've said it this off air, we've said it in the past few weeks. It's just tough to watch, really. And Crossmaglen, 4 points in the first half, no score in the second half whatsoever. With that forward line, Keane McConville, Rian O'Neill, Jamie Clark, how could you score no points in the second half? I don't care if you're against the wind or whatever, but
with everything on the line as well.
Yeah. How on earth have you scored nothing in the second half? And what I would say, among the dog chaos and among the crap football and stuff like that, it was a brilliant point from Lee Brennan in the second half, I have to say. That dummy, incredible score, and probably one of the points of the year. I probably will go on to later on down the year, probably when we're celebrating New Year's. It was an incredible score. Really was. And it was similar to Rory Canavan's score for Ergal Kieran. I'm not sure you remember that against Monaghan last year.
That got clipped up by ESPN.
Exactly, yeah.
ESPN clipped that one up.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that and being like, what is this?
ESPN need to clip this up as well. It's sooner rather than later. It was an incredible score. Really was really a good score from Lee Brennan. And what I will say about Trillick is, again, like, it's incredible that they are on this run to an Ulster Semi Final without Matty Donnelly in the team.
Yeah,
like,
that's the mad thing.
Really
it's the same thing as Nafina without Donald Burke. All of a sudden they put it together without their best player.
I don't know how they do it, actually. It's incredible, really. It's, these players, I think they go around as a team, they just put their bodies on the line and they get the result in the end. But yeah, I would have fully expected Crossmaglen to win this game, but Trillick, fair play to them. They came out with the win, and that's the first Tyrone team to win an Ulster club game, I think, since 2016, if my stats are correct there. So, incredible achievement for Trillick, and they've done their county proud.
That's a crazy stat. Like, to think of who's come out, you have Trillick came out, you had Ergal Kieran come out, and that they all failed to get a victory. It's crazy that it took them so long. But yeah, now, and obviously they're heading in against Scotstown. We were just discussing that against Scotstown. Like, what do you think Trillick should be thinking going into this game? And then on top of that, like, the defence definitely was their calling card in the second half. To hold Crossmaglen to no score in the second half was a vital component in the victory. Was there anything that you noticed that they changed in the second half? Like, did Jody Gormley, who's the Trillick manager, did they do anything different, or did Crossmaglen kind of just shoot themselves in the foot?
I think maybe it was a bit of both. I think Trillick were very smart in their playing defensively in the second half, more so in the first half, to be honest with you. They strangled the life out of Jamie Clark and Rian O'Neill, and that probably boiled over to Jamie Clark as well. The red card was stupid at the end of it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he was thinking when they were, so far behind in the game. It was just frustration. I think he probably knew in his head that they lost the game at that point, and he throws a punch. And Jamie Clark, he ended the season probably in disgrace after that. But after a poor enough second half display. But Crossmaglen, I would say no score in the second half with that forward line at your disposal. I mean, very, very poor. Actually, Trillick, I know they conceded no score, but to score 7 points in them conditions in the second half, you have to take your hat off to them for that. In fairness to them, that was actually a higher tally than both sides combined in the whole of the first half. 7 points to 6. So, fair play to Trillick for doing that. Their attack improved, their defence improved. Lee Brennan started to get on more ball. Ryan Gray, as you mentioned there, incredible performance from him. Brilliant overall display from Trillick. And they'll definitely fancy their chances. Richie Donnelly's another superb player who definitely put in a shift in this game. Of course, you look at James Garrett, Kieran Daly. There are some very good players in that Trillick team, but they definitely put it all together. And that thing with Matty Donnelly, maybe it probably binds the team closer together that they lose a player like that. And it may be, translated onto the pitch, and fair play to Trillick for doing that. But I think Trillick actually more of a team than Crossmaglen did on Saturday night. Crossmaglen probably looked more of a team of individuals, while Trillick were willing to do anything to get over the line for their teammates. So, I think that was the difference for Trillick to get over the line on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a very good point, and I actually do echo that. I think that when the conditions are that bad, and when the ball is so hard to keep a hold of, and it's so hard to kick a ball over the bar from basically outside the 21, I think skill is less of a factor than it is during the summer. I mean, skill is still important, but I think it's more heart, work rate, bodies on the line, and getting that little bit of luck. And I think if you are a unit and you will literally die for the man on your right and left versus a team of individuals, I would back the team that's a better all-round team any day of the week than a team that has 3 or 4 class individuals at any point, at any game, especially in Gaelic football throughout this club championship when the weather is so tough, when the conditions are so tough. It's a difficult one to overcome if you come up against a team of 15 good players, not inter-county standard, but good players that are willing to throw everything on the line to get the victory. And that's why the club championship has been labelled as the toughest for that very reason. And Crossmaglen found that out. They are out of the championship at the Ulster quarter final.